There's a bit of a different look in the modern golfers today. We see guys like Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, John Rahm, Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland. A lot of the younger players have a big sort of bow in their wrist here. It's very common these days. And there's definitely a trend these days to do this, which obviously shuts the club face if you've got a neutral grip. So if I've got a neutral grip, I swing to the top and my wrist has gone this way, my club face is obviously closed, which sounds like it's not a very good thing to do. Why would you want to hit it with a closed face? Because now I have to open it. It makes sense that if I had a neutral grip and I just kept the face square, it would be a lot easier to hit it straight. And what we want to talk about today is how do those guys, Dustin Johnson, Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland, these young guys that hit it really, really far. So as long as the body motion, the way the body moves is compatible to that, it's okay. So if I had the face closed like this and I came down normal, now you can see my club face is very closed. How would I get it open? If I turn my hips, if I turn my shoulders, if I bend my body to the right and my hands push forward, look what happens to the club face. Now it's square. So now we can see the face is closed, but if I turn my hips open, turn my chest open, tilt my body right and push my hands forward, now you can see the club face is square. What's interesting is it actually is not a bad way to keep the club on line longer, the club face on line longer. I'll show you what I mean. So I've got a tool here. I'm just going to stick it on the club face. And if this is my target line, and this is pointed straight, stronger grip, it's going to be very easy for the left wrist to get this way and the club face to be closed. So as I come down, if I do that, look at this club face. It's actually pointing at the target line already. As I swing through, tilt my body to the right, open, the club stays on line for a very long period of time. It's actually not what most of us think about. Most of us think closed club face makes the ball go left. And that can definitely be true, unless I have this corresponding or compensating body motion. So if you take a look from this angle as well, I've got the face closed. As I come down, look at the club face, look where it's pointing. Down the target line, I'm bending right, pushing my hands forward. It's actually not a bad way to keep the club face on line longer. So you can see a lot of those guys can actually hit it quite straight or actually swing a little left and hit a bit of a fade and the club face stays on line. The old school sort of older swing where you've got a neutral grip, if I hinge my wrist up, I want to have that same angle at the top of my backswing. So again, if I take my neutral grip, hinge my wrist up at the top of my backswing, I'm going to have this same angle. So now as I come down, I've got this club face, what would be square. I've got a little angle in my wrist. It starts to bow a little bit to get it back down to the ball. But again, with this one, if I put this tool back on the face again, these are some of the older school players, some of the younger players like a Justin Thomas. It's not a bad way to do it. So remember, this is the angle I set up with it address. As I come down, this is your pretty standard typical swing, but look where that club face is pointed. It's pointed very far to the right. So in order to get it back to square, I've actually got to rotate my left arm. As I rotate my left arm, you can see the club face comes back to square. So there's going to be a lot of rotation there. So compared to the Brooks Koepka, the Dustin Johnson, this club's on line. The club face, I should say, is on line for a long period of time. This one is going to have a lot of rotation in it. Okay?